16. Place Belur Mutt, year 1901. The disciple had come to the mutt today accompanied by Sri Ranadha Prasad Das Gupta, the founder and professor of the Jubilee Art Academy, Calcutta. Ranadha Babu is an expert artist, a learned man, and an admirer of Swamiji. After the exchange of courtesies, Swamiji began to talk with Ranadha Babu on various topics relating to art. Swamiji, I had the opportunity of seeing the beauties of art of nearly every civilized country in the world, but I saw nothing like the development of art which took place in our country during the Buddhistic period. During the regime of the Mughal emperors, also, there was a marked development of art, and the Taj and the Jumma Masjid, etc., are standing monuments of that culture. Art has its origin in the expression of some idea in whatever man produces. Where there is no expression of idea, however much there may be a display of colors and so on, it cannot be styled as true art. Even the articles of everyday use, such as water vessels or cups and saucers, should be used to express an idea. In the Paris exhibition, I saw a wonderful figure carved in marble. In explanation of the figure, the following words were inscribed underneath: Art unveiling nature. That is how art sees the inner beauty of nature by drawing away with its own hands the covering veils. The work has been so designed as to indicate that the beauty of nature has not yet become fully unveiled, but the artist is fascinated, as it were, with the beauty of the little that has become manifest. One cannot refrain from praising the sculptor who has tried to express this exquisite idea. You should also try to produce something original like this. Ranada Babu. Yes, I also have the desire to do some original modeling at leisure, but I meet with no encouragement in this country. It is a poor country, and there is want of appreciation. Swamiji. If you can with your whole heart produce one real thing, if you can rightly express a single idea in art, it must win appreciation in course of time. A real thing never suffers from want of appreciation in this world. It is also heard that some artists have gained appreciation for their works 1,000 years after their death. Ranada Babu. That is true, but we have become so worthless that we haven't got the courage to spend a lot of energy to no purpose. Through these 5 years' struggle, I have succeeded to some extent. Bless me that my efforts be not in vain. Swamiji. If you set to work in right earnest, then you are sure to be successful. Whoever works at a thing heart and soul not only achieves success in it, but through his absorption in that, he also realizes the supreme truth, Brahman. Whoever works at a thing with his whole heart receives help from God. Ranada Babu. What difference did you find between the art of the West and that of India? Swamiji. It is nearly the same everywhere. Originality is rarely found. In those countries, pictures are painted with the help of models obtained by photographing various objects. But no sooner does one take the help of machinery than all originality vanishes. One cannot give expression to one's ideas. The ancient artists used to evolve original ideas from their brains and try to express them in their paintings. Now, the picture being a likeness of photographs, the power of originality and the attempt to develop are getting scarce. But each nation has a characteristic of its own. In its manners and customs, in its mode of living, in painting and sculpture is found the expression of that characteristic idea. For instance, music and dancing in the West are all pointed in their expression. In dance, they look as if jerking the limbs. In instrumental music, the sounds prick the ear like a sword thrust, as it were. So also in vocal music. In this country, on the other hand, the dance has a rolling wave-like movement, and there is the same rounded movement in the varieties of pitch in vocal song. So also in instrumental music. Hence, with regard to art also, a different expression is found among different people. People who are very materialistic take nature as their ideal and try to express in art ideas allied thereto, while the people whose ideal is the transcendent reality beyond nature try to express that in art through the powers of nature. With regard to the former class of people, nature is the primary basis of art, while with the second class, ideality is the principal motive of artistic development. Thus, though starting with two different ideals in art, they have advanced in it each in its own way. Seeing some paintings in the West, you will mistake them for real natural objects. With respect to this country also, when in ancient times sculpture attained a high degree of perfection, if you look at a statue of the period, it will make you forget the material world and transport you to a new ideal world. As in Western countries, paintings like those of former times are not produced now. So, in our country also, attempts to give expression to original ideas in art are no longer seen. For example, the paintings from your art school have got no expression, as it were. It would be well if you try to paint the objects of everyday meditation of the Hindus by giving in them the expression of ancient ideals. Ranada Babu, I feel much encouraged by your words. I shall try to act up to your suggestions. Swamiji, take for instance the figure of Mother Kali. In it, there is the union of the blissful and the terrible aspects. But in none of the pictures can be seen the true expression of these two aspects. Far from this, there is no attempt to express adequately even one of these two aspects. I have tried to put down some ideas of the terrible aspects of Mother Kali in my English poem, Kali the Mother. Can you express those ideas in a picture? Ranada Babu, please let me know them. Swamiji had the poem brought from the library and began to read it out most impressively to Ranada Babu. Ranada Babu silently listened to the poem, and after a while, as if visualizing the figure with his mind's eye, he turned to Swamiji with a frightened look. Swamiji, well, will you be able to express this idea in the picture? Ranada Babu, yes, I shall try. But it turns one's head even to imagine the idea. Swamiji, after drawing the picture, please show it to me. Then I will tell you about the points necessary to perfect it. Then Swamiji had the design which he had sketched for the seal of the Ramakrishna mission brought, showed it to Ranada Babu, and asked his opinion on it. It depicted a lake in which a lotus blossomed, and there was a swan, and the whole was encircled by a serpent. Ranada Babu at first could not catch the significance of it and asked Swamiji to explain. Swamiji said, the wavy waters in the picture are symbolic of karma, the lotus of bhakti, and the rising sun of jnana. The encircling serpent is indicative of yoga and the awakened Kundalini Shakti, while the sun in the picture stands for the Paramatman, Supreme Self. Therefore, the idea of the picture is that by the union of karma, jnana, bhakti, and yoga, the vision of the Paramatman is obtained. Ranada Babu kept silent, gratified to hear the motive of the picture. After a while, he said, I wish I could learn about art from you. Then Swamiji showed to Ranada Babu a drawing depicting his plan of the future Ramakrishna temple and mutt. Then he began to say, in the building of this prospective temple and mutt, I have the desire to bring together all that is best in Eastern and Western art. I shall try to apply in its construction all the ideas about architecture which I have gathered in my travels all over the world. A big prayer hall will be built with roof supported on numerous clustered pillars. In its walls, hundreds of lotuses will be in full bloom. It must be big enough to accommodate 1,000 persons sitting in meditation. The Ramakrishna temple and prayer hall should be built together in such a way that from a distance it would be taken for a representation of the symbol Om. Within the temple, there would be a figure of Sri Ramakrishna seated on a swan. On the two sides of the door will be represented the figure of a lion and a lamb licking each other's body in love, expressing the idea that great power and gentleness have become united in love. I have these ideas in my mind, and if I live long enough, I shall carry them out. Otherwise, future generations will try if they can do it by degrees. It is my opinion that Sri Ramakrishna was born to vivify all branches of art and culture in this country. Therefore, this mutt has to be built up in such a way that religion, work, learning, jnana, and bhakti may spread over the world from this center. Be you my helpers in this work. Ranada Babu and the assembled sannyasins and brahmacharins listened to Swamiji in mute wonder. After a while, Swamiji resumed, I am discussing the subject at length with you as you are yourself an adept in the line. Now please tell me what you have learnt about the highest ideals of art as the result of your long study of it. Ranada Babu, what new thing can I tell you? On the contrary, it is you who have opened my eyes on this subject. I have never heard such instructive words on the subject of art in my life. Bless me, sir, that I can work out the ideas that I have got from you. Then Swamiji got up from his seat and paced the lawn, remarking to the disciple, "He is a very spirited young man." Disciple, "Sir, he is astonished to hear your words." Swamiji, without answering the disciple, began to hum the lines of a song which Sri Ramakrishna used to sing. The controlled mind is a great treasure, the philosopher's stone, which yields whatever you want. After walking a while, Swamiji, washing his face, entered his room with the disciple in company and read the article on art in the Encyclopedia Britannica for some time. After finishing it, he began to make fun with the disciple, caricaturing the words and accents of East Bengal.